Screenwriters Beat!
Yeah!
I might have started going, hey! I never know if it's on or not, right? Welcome to episode 8 of Screenwriters Beat, where we're going to be talking about some contracts today. Yay! I have another great panel of working screenwriters here, and we're happy to see them again. I'd like to introduce you to Eric Ingram, who writes action and comedy. Hi, Eric.
Hello, Screenwriting World. I am finishing up this spiritual action thriller called The Last Chosen One. Finishing up this week, so doing a quick polish and checking over dialogues, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. You know. But it's a powerful trilogy about God's love. So, go on. It's big time. It's big.
Good. About God's love, did you say?
God's love, yes, indeed.
I like that. We'll look for that one. That sounds fun. We also have with us the comedy writer extraordinaire, Heidi Mastrogiovanni.
Hi, Anne. Hi, everyone. It's just so great to be here. I'm getting ready to pitch a town called Peculiar, which is the full season of the Verdine and Glenita Gals from Peculiar. So getting ready to do that and having a lot of fun working on this.
Oh, super. It's a great web series, so I'm excited for you.
Thanks, Anne.
We also have horror, thriller, oh, what don't you write? Sci-fi, Nicole Jones-Dion. Welcome.
Hello. So for me, the main thing that's kind of eating up all my time these days is I'm going to be co-directing my first short film. We actually shot a little teaser for it yesterday, so we'll be putting up a trailer online, hopefully next week. You guys can get to see. And so that's called Devil's Deal, if anybody wants to look it up on Facebook.
Cool.
And yeah, so
we'll like it.
Pretty exciting.
Wonderful. And we have animation, thriller, supernatural. What? Tell us, Nicole Kiefler. What are you writing now?
Well, right now I'm working on Demonic, which is a supernatural horror flick. And the other one that I'm finishing up is called Reborn, which is a supernatural thriller. So those are the two films right now that are taking up all of my time and all of my love and my passion.
Oh, good. They sound good. And I'm your host, Ann Kimbrough. I write contained action thrillers, and I'm just myself finishing up a project for a psychological thriller. Very contained. It's like in a warehouse.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Nice. Second draft was turned in, and so I'm waiting for notes to do a polish.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
And today we're going to talk about those contracts you get when you get a rewrite job, when you auction something, when you sell that spec script. What kind of experience have you had, Nicole Jones-Dion?
Funny you should ask. I'm in the middle of contract negotiations right now.
Cool.
And you know, the no pun intended, but the devil's in the details. And look at every line of that contract very closely. I know sometimes getting a lawyer can be a little daunting. It might seem a little expensive or an unnecessary expense. It's not. You need a lawyer. Especially for something that's more than 2 pages long. I mean, if it's like a really lengthy contract, and most of them will probably be in the 20 pages of legalese, you don't want to handle that on your own.
Good point. Heidi, are there some standard things that you see?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you can, you can Google, you can see the standard template, but I'm just going to echo what Nicole said. Really, don't sign anything until an attorney you trust, an entertainment attorney you trust, has looked at it. Just don't do it. Once you join the Writers Guild, they're very, very, very helpful with that in terms of, their website is great. You can get a ton of information there. You can probably get the information even when you're not a member of the Writers Guild. Just don't do it without having an attorney look at it.
Okay, cool. Nicole Kiefler, you too? Have you signed some contracts?
I haven't done any contracts for film to date. Mine have all been in animation. As a member of the Writers Guild of Canada, I get a standard animation contract. They're all the same.
You don't have to worry about it. That's nice.
I don't have to worry about it. I'm protected as best I can be, and so that part of it is great. But I do look forward to signing my first contract.
Yes. Yeah, me too. Eric Ingram, how about you?
Oh yeah, I'm piggybacking off everybody else. Also, it's very, very important. I know one of our mottos for this show is "kill the ego."
Mm-hmm.
So this idea that you know exactly what the words mean.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It's
you
very
know
legalese.
it's very legalese. So you start
Force
getting
majeure and stuff like that.
heretofore and herewith. You be like, well, I know what that means, but what, you know. So I usually, the first thing I do is whenever I do get a contract, obviously I have my entertainment attorney ready to look at it, but I kind of look at the words I immediately cross out in perpetuity. That is anywhere in the contract. Cross it out. And the other one is power of attorney. Cross it out. I can. If you need to hurry up and sign some papers, you can fax me wherever I am in the world. I will sign it. I will not let you sign it. You know, but that's a couple. Yeah. Those are my two little snippets. That's my thing.
That's a snippet. Well,
Yeah.
and I would say that a rewrite agreement contract, it would be way different than a work for hire kind of thing.
Right.
And a rewrite, you are going to sign off every right. Right? You're getting paid up front, and you have no say to it at all. So all those wordings that would scare you normally shouldn't, right, Nicole?
Even in a work for hire agreement too. I mean, a lot of that, if they're coming to you and want you to develop their idea, and they're paying you, like you said, once they pay it, it's not really yours. So
Right.
you're just the hired gun.
Right.
Yeah. So, like Eric, if you're getting paid up front, do you find out that then the contract is probably going to give you less rights? Maybe not across the board.
Yeah, not across the board, but I think, well, usually, especially if it's on the up and up, and if they actually put money in your hand,
they're buying something, right?
Yeah, it's a big step. I mean, they're kind of going in the right way. That doesn't mean everything's 100% perfect, but if they give you money up front and you actually get the money in your hand and not promises and all that stuff, you gotta kind of like in good faith. That's kind of a good word.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. In good faith means that, all right, I'm gonna give you this, and the other dates or whatever the things that we set up, they're going to happen. You just have to trust me. That kind of thing. So if the person is reputable, you guys got a good relationship, and things are starting to move, please don't stop the train. Do not stop the train.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. Yes.
Can I recommend a book? And I'm looking for it on my shelf, and I can't find it. But it's something like, the title is something like, and I can't remember, it's a shame I can't remember the author's name, but she's an attorney. The writer got screwed but didn't have to.
Right.
Buy it. Read it.
Cool.
Read it read it tonight.
Read at night. Well, and I would say, too, with a lot of this mid-range, low-level producers, that you can talk to them. I mean, if you get your advice from an attorney, it's not like you can just say, hey, could you explain these points to me? And if it makes sense, then obviously you can either negotiate from there, right? You can talk to your producers, though.
Yes.
Do you find that, Nicole?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to have that open line of dialogue. And once you get into some of the bigger projects, you'll see there's some weird stuff that's in those contracts. It's like they're going to want the rights to make a theme park ride out of your thing. And you're like, sure, okay, if you want to put it in Universal Studios, Florida, and have people ride around. I mean, so be prepared. There's some weird stuff that goes in these contracts. But it's not worth fighting over.
Yeah.
If they want to make a theme park ride, let them make it.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, we'll work with that. Seems to be good. Oh, yes?
Horror story. This is I promise, it's a small snippet. I remember I wrote a story where I had created all this merchandise. Right, and it's just stuff because you create, and you're like, oh, there's no lightsabers or special kind of lightsaber. You start getting into, well, wait a minute now, why should they be able to create this and make all the money off of it? And my attorney at the time gave me a real good point. He said, Eric, if you had the money to do it, you wouldn't need them.
That's true.
And they will ask for all of that, all the merchandising rights, TV spin-offs, stage play spin-offs.
Right. So it's just a tidbit.
It's
so
fine.
Let it keep going. Keep the train moving. That's
Keep the train moving.
Don't get hung up on dumb stuff. Yeah, keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused on the what's really important.
Right.
Well, and like with all of us, especially aspiring writers, you're just starting out, so you have less bargaining power until, like you said, I think Nicole Kiefler once said, once they work with you, they'll want to work with you again. Right, Nicole?
Yeah, absolutely.
So get in there.
I mean, that's another
cool.
thing. That's the thing we should talk about, and maybe not this show, but leverage is a big word, important word in negotiation. So, as a beginner, you have no leverage.
Right.
Just understand that. I don't care how great the script is, you have no leverage.
Well, unless you're related to Tom Cruise, there's your leverage, right?
Or you have a bidding war, and that's let's be best scenario.
Right.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
That's creating leverage, though. But even still, even those crazy, like I said, these deals that we're hearing about, and people are inking, cross the board deals. You're like, oh my God, he only wrote 2 scripts, but they were successful and they made people money. Therefore, he has leverage now.
Right.
So.
Good point. Good point. All right, well, we're going to move on. That was, you guys really covered that well, and I hope everybody got a lot out of that for either your next contract or your first contract. We're rooting for you guys.
Yes, we are, yes.
We are. So now we're going to play a little game I like to call Name the Screenwriter. But I changed it up because it was too easy last time.
No, I liked it when it was easy.
We like easy.
Yeah. It's still multiple choice.
Okay.
We'll go with, and you can get it wrong. It's okay. This one, we'll start with Nicole Kiefler. This is for Casablanca. I want to know how many screenwriters got credit on the movie. Just name a number. How many do you think got credit for it?
Google.
For story by or screenplay by?
For screenplay by.
Oh, okay. This is a complete, I'm just pulling this out of my hat. 5 people.
That was close. It was 3. So
okay.
It was 3. Yeah. Okay. We'll jump over to Heidi. How about for Ghostbusters? How many people got screenplay credit?
Wow. I'm going to go with 1.
2.
Okay. Harold Ramis was one.
Yeah, Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd got credit. Okay.
And uncredited was Rick Moranis. But yeah,
Cool.
These are all just guesses. Here's a good one. Eric, how about Wizard of Oz? How many credited screenplay credits?
I just read that a little while ago too. 3?
You're right, 3.
Yeah.
Are you?
I just read that. No, literally, I'm not making it. I really just have to read that.
For extra credit, how many uncredited people contributed to the story in some way?
Oh, I was.
And there's a list of them.
I know, yeah. I was 13.
You're close, 15. There were 15 uncredited writers, and I didn't even write a name down. So that means Nicole Jones-Dion, let's see, did we do Gone with the Wind?
No.
Yeah, you did that first, right?
I'm just going to look over here.
Casablanca.
Google it quickly.
Okay, you can do Star Wars. How many credited writers for Star Wars?
I'm just looking up Gone with the Wind. You can't it on me.
You just guess.
Oh, I don't know. Was it? It was just the one, right? Wasn't it?
You're right, Sidney Howard, just the one. There were 4 uncredited. For extra credit, how many directors did they go through for that film?
Good question.
Does anyone know?
Oh no, and I'm like,
which one?
I should know this.
Or Gone with the Wind.
Oh, we're back on Gone with the Wind now? Okay, I don't know that.
Yeah, how many directors did it go through? It was Victor Fleming in the end, but there were a couple others.
Like 7?
There were 2 others. No, there were 3 total.
My confession, I've never seen Gone with the Wind all the way through.
What?
It's long.
It is long.
And it's not my genre.
And you just don't give a damn. But okay. Frankly, you guys did good. See, that wasn't painful.
No.
Not really. You survived. So now we're going to move on. Instead of a question this time, I want you to share a little screenwriting mojo. Something that will, when other writers are out there going, I was having a bad day. Should I be doing this? What would you tell them, Eric?
Oh, this is a show upon itself. Because
just a tidbit.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to narrow it down real quick. The biggest thing for me is when I run up against a problem, or I don't have that mojo that day. Usually, it's 2 things. Either one, I'm trying to create and edit at the same time. That's one thing. So I'm trying to create a whole new thing, but then I'm also editing what I have at the same time. And your brain, it's either or. You can't do both. That's usually what writer's block is you're trying to do both at the same time.
That's a good point.
And then the other thing is, if you, sometimes it's actually okay, and it took me a while to get this, it's actually okay to just either go for a walk, or maybe just watch a movie, or just go do something else, because your brain there's just too much traffic in your brain that day. It's okay. No, really, it's okay. It took me a while to get that, because I kept beating myself up saying, I didn't write my 10 pages today. It's like, no, relax. Just maybe take some notes or something and then move on to the next day. That's all.
Huh? I like those. Those are good mojo enhancers. Heidi, how about for you?
One of the things that Eric said, if I'm feeling a day where I'm not feeling quite as energized as I would like, I will put my feet up and the 3 dogs are on the couch with me, and I will watch one of my favorite comedies. You know, I'll put on Groundhog Day. I'll put on Blades of Glory. I'll put on Some Like It Hot, and I'll just go, yeah, this is why I love stories. This is why I'm doing something that I love. So I'll watch a comedy.
So find a way to inspire yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's great. Nicole Jones-Dion?
This might sound negative, but it's not intended that way. But if know why you write, and if you want to become a screenwriter because you think it's a quick path to fame and fortune, that's probably not the best reason or the best career choice. Because yeah, there are some screenwriters that are like gazillionaires, but it took them a long time to get there, and so you really have to be a writer because you need to write, like you need to breathe. If it's just a whim or something you want to do on the side, it might not be the right direction for you. I mean, we write because we have no choice. We have to write. I don't know what else I'd be doing if I wasn't doing this. So yeah, I don't know if that's
very good. That's
there you go.
It's not negative. That was positive. Nicole Kiefler, what advice?
I echo what the other Nicole said. And I'll take, I guess, another spin on it, which is that if writing is your passion, then have the vision for yourself. Believe that you can become a successful screenwriter, but you've got to learn your craft. You've got to put the time and effort into learning it, and so you can produce really, really good, solid screenplays. The other thing I would say is don't listen to the naysayers in your life. Just tune them out. Go to the places where you're feeling supported. Go to the people who you feel supported by. Read the stories about people who are successful screenwriters. Don't even go close to the people that haven't made it, that you'll never make it. Just don't listen to those stories. Have your vision, but at the same time, as I said, hone your craft, have your skills in place, and at the same time, set long-term and short-term goals for yourself so you can have small manageable tasks and goals that you can achieve and accomplish every day. And then have the longer-term goals.
I love that.
That was fantastic. Yeah. That was a much more positive way to say it. That's when I write horror. I bring people down.
No, you're good. You're good. It all works together. That's why we're here together as a panel. But I agree. I was thinking the same thing, is that in the beginning I had goals and it was either complete the script, it was get to Hollywood and do some networking, have some very achievable goals, and if you see you're making those goals, you'll be enhancing and moving along in your career, right? It was the old, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yep.
Long term.
Can I add something?
Yes.
And it's so important because, like I said, this is kind of my thing, my special little gift thing. Understanding that usually, the whole overnight success, we all talked about that before, there's no such thing. So, but usually what you are writing about is you. I don't really care what genre you're in. You're really, you get deeper into it, you're really writing about you. So once you decide if it's comedy, it comes out, that's just how you think. Great. If it comes out as a thriller, sci-fi, whatever. But if you really kind of take a step back, and this is why it's cool just to go get away and maybe not write that day and say, what is going on with me? And then bring that back to your story. Because you're writing about you. I'm telling you, you're writing about you.
I agree.
It's the craziest thing.
Man.
I
It's like therapy, right? We write to find ourselves.
Thank you. That's it right there. That's
very
it
cool.
right there. That's it.
I love that. We'll end on that because it's the end of episode 8.
Already? No.
So I'd love to go through everyone and have you guys just say what kind of work you're looking for. We'll start with Nicole Kiefler.
Oh, looking definitely for any kind of writing assignments in horror and thrillers and animation as well. Always up for doing more animation. Love this stuff.
Super, super. Nicole Jones-Dion?
Right now I'm kind of booked, which is a good problem to have.
It is.
But in the fall, yeah, I'll be available again for whatever weird stuff people want to throw my way. I'm down.
Fantastic. Heidi, how about you? You're probably pretty busy right now, too.
We're looking, the production company I'm working with on A Town Called Peculiar, which is the next phase of Verdine and Glenita. We're looking for collaborators to bring it to full season of comedy, of cable comedy.
Oh, terrific. That's a good thing to want and put out there. Eric Ingram, I know you're busy on a project, but...
Oh yeah, writing, like I said, finishing up this spiritual action thriller. But we're definitely writing assignments in action and comedy and kind of in thriller. That it's very. I almost get to the point where you just want stories that inspire you. You know what I mean? Just stories that people have that just inspire you. That is just like, oh my God, I just want to be a part of it. So that's definitely what I'm looking for: action, comedy, thriller, inspiration, all that kind of stuff.
Fantastic. Well, I can attest that everybody on the panel are fantastic writers, and seek them out.
You too. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love rewrite assignments, thrillers, action, contained. I love contained. They're very fun to write. And horror lately. I'm writing some specs just because I wanted to for fun. And my free hour a day.
But you know what? You know what that does? And anyone else can chime in on this. Learning to write, like you have your main thing, like Heidi's comedy, I'm actually, everyone has their thing. But if you need to learn how to make something dark, you write a horror. You just learn how they write. And then if you need something in a thriller, you need to learn how to speed things up or add suspense, and you get mysteries and thrillers. Write that, because it's going to eventually sink into your writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So don't be, I think Margaret was saying, like, she read the book, the comic toolbox, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, I didn't realize I actually could write comedy. Like, yes, you can write it all, but sometimes what might get you money is writing horror or sci-fi. That might get you money, but as an artist, you want to learn. That's why Picasso did it all.
Keep stretching. So I guess we finally did go full circle with should you stick to one genre? We're saying no.
Well, there's pros and cons.
No, yeah. No. I'm just saying, add it as a writing craft thing.
As an exercise, absolutely. Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, and for me, like the thing that scares me the most are like interpersonal relationships. And so I'm having to put more of those into my scripts. It's like it's easy to write monsters and situations and stuff like that, but for me it's really hard to write a love story that people care about or that I don't think is totally cheesy. So that's what I'm working on as part of my own personal development right now. So exactly what you're saying is like, whatever scares you, that's what you should probably write, because that's where your weakness is and that's what you need to work on.
Can I add, Anne? I think it's a whole nother show. I just want to leave maybe with the episode 9. I would argue for branding when you're starting out. Be known for one genre.
I would kind of agree with Heidi on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we can have a war. We can have a battle royale.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser for the next episode. It's a cliffhanger.
Episode 9 shall be about branding. Join us again. I'd like to thank my wonderful working screenwriter panel. Thank you guys for sharing your time.
Thank you.
We'll see everybody again.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Take care.